Da, 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 da.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Now I'm not my usual bubbly self. You guys can already tell from the way this video is already beginning, and it's because I just want to talk to you guys about something a bit more serious today. And if you follow me on Instagram already, you must have seen this on my stories, because I put it up on my stories about 2-3 days ago when this happened. I put it up the following day on my stories, and many of you saw it, and many of you were already sending me like your condolence messages and everything. But just in case you did not see it on my Instagram, I lost my uncle, or would I say in this case he's my mom's uncle, so he's my grand uncle. So I lost my grand uncle to coronavirus, and it has taken me a couple of days to sit down and do this video because I've just been trying to come to terms with the whole thing. I've been trying to like understand it. I've been trying to like, what even hurts the most is that this was somebody that I saw in December when I went to Asaba. If you followed my Asaba vlogs, you would have seen him in like I think that was my last Asaba vlog. So I will leave a clip of the video I made, a few seconds I made, you know, of him right now, so you guys can see.
Oh, it's a video.
Yeah,
Yes, just say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Taking me a video.
Yes.
What's your mommy?
He's inside.
And then also I would leave a clip of a video I also made where he was in when I went to Asaba in December of 2019. I will also leave that clip here.
This is my uncle.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
This is my uncle. He's a worship.
Yes, so.
But this is a funky.
Yeah, that's right.
Funky.
That's right.
Yagi. Yagi. Wish you. Wish you Yagi. Yagi Yagi. Yagi Yagi. Anna, but happy New Year. Very good. Yagi Yagi.
So guys, let's just backtrack a bit. You guys, many of you who don't know, who are just knowing about this, are probably stunned and probably surprised because you guys saw him in my vlog just barely 2 weeks ago, and that is the most shocking part of everything. Like, this was somebody who was hale and hearty and full of life as at less than 3 weeks ago. Let me just say less than 3 weeks ago. I spent some time in Asaba with my family during Christmas of 2020. I remember the first time I went to my grandpa's house, which is my mom's father's house. Myself, my mom, and her sister. You guys must have also seen her sister in the vlogs at some point. So the three of us actually took a walk down to my great grandfather's house, which is my mom's grandfather. Like, the two houses are like on the same, they are in the same vicinity. Like, see my grandfather's house, see my great grandfather's house. So like they share the same, literally the same. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like really close. So we are taking a walk down there to actually see Uncle Egbert, because he is like the caretaker of like that entire vicinity. So he's the caretaker of my mom's father's house and the caretaker of my grandfather's house. So that is like his territory, you get, his vicinity, so to speak. And I say he's my mom's uncle. He was about 60 years old, and that's just like a few years older than my mom, but he's my mom's uncle, and I'll explain why. He was the brother to my mom's father, yeah, but he was like their last born, like he was like their last born, which explains why, you know, he's close in age to my mom and her siblings, because obviously my mom's father got married, you know, earlier, started having children earlier, way before he was born. So that explains why he's their uncle, but he's like their young uncle, so to speak. In fact, there are a couple of my mom's siblings that are older, you know, older than him. So we walked over there to see him, but we were told by one or two of his friends that were around that he was asleep, he was having a cold, and he took some medication and he was asleep, we won't be able to see him. So we didn't see him that day. The clip I made of him that you guys saw recently was about 2-3 days earlier, when we had just stopped over there. Personally, I stopped over there briefly because I wanted to pick up my cousin. You guys must have seen my cousin as well. We were going to Asaba Mall that day. My mom was there, my sister, my kid sister was there, but I personally wanted to go out, so I just told my cousin, I'm coming, get ready, let's go to Asaba Mall. So I had picked up my cousin. In fact, I had just stepped out of the house. I was low-key waiting for my cousin because he was tying his shoelaces, and Uncle Egbert sighted me from afar where he was standing. Apparently he was in a meeting, a village meeting so to speak, and he had just come out for a bit of fresh air when he sighted me. So he was telling me that from afar he thought I was my mom, that I looked so much like my mom from afar. So when I got up close to him and everything, I remember even giving him a side hug, and even my cousin also giving me a hug as well, because we hadn't seen him in like a year prior to that. You guys saw, of course, the mini clip I made of him, and he was even telling us that we shouldn't worry, he will see us, let him get back into the meeting, and then he would come out and say hello to us. And then he asked if my momsy was in the house, and I said yes, momsy is in the house. He said okay, fine, that once he's done with the meeting he would come out. So my cousin and I just quickly went, like I spent literally less than 2-3 minutes with him. So my cousin and I left for Asaba Mall, and that was the last time I saw him. This was on the 28th of December, and I left Asaba on the 30th of December. I didn't see him again, and quite frankly, when I was conversing with him for about 2-3 minutes, I didn't know I was never going to see him again. It's mind-blowing. My mom and her sister even took photographs with him on that day. I will insert those photographs here if I can get my hands on them, so you guys can see. But just to show you guys that he was hale and hearty, he was full of life, he was his usual self. You guys saw him like he was 60 years old, but he was like a funky 60 years old. Like damn, he had tattoos, he had a blonde mustache, blonde beard, he had, you know, piercings, he used to wear like rings and stuff, he had this massive gold chain he was wearing, and then even his outfit, like he was wearing like a body hog t-shirt with jeans and sneakers, like he was like that, you know. And when people see him, they will never believe he's how old that he says he is. He's full of life and everything, nothing out of the ordinary at all. But I do remember my mom telling me a day after that she noticed that he was coughing once or twice, and then I just said, I hope it's not corona, you know. But we just more like laughed over it, like maybe it's just a dry cough. The weather has been crazy in Nigeria, so maybe it's just a dry cough. Even though Asaba was fairly hot, Asaba was actually really hot. There was really no harmattan per se in Asaba. So I remember we joked about it and we just said, we hope it's not corona, and then we just went about our normal life like nothing. It wasn't until I got back to Abuja, some days after I had gotten back to Abuja, when I spoke to my mom on the phone, and she was saying that, oh, my uncle's health deteriorated, that you know, he's been coughing and they've been taking him around hospitals and everything. So I was like, that have they been able to diagnose anything? But at the time when I spoke to her, they hadn't diagnosed anything per se. So we're just like, okay, he'll be fine, maybe just some medication, maybe some meds, some cough syrup and everything, and he'll be okay. All right, so I didn't hear anything again about him until a few days ago when I was in my folks' house. My mom had come back from Asaba. Her sister was also in Abuja. She had come into Abuja that day. She was going back to her base the following day. So what she did was just to cut her journey short by branching in Abuja and then continuing her journey the following day. So we're all in the house, myself, my mom, her sister, even one of my aunties was also there. We're all just talking, having a good evening and everything. And then my mom's sister mentioned that, oh, they had moved him to the hospital that morning. Prior to that day, he was actually in the hospital, but after some time he was discharged, and then he came back home. But by that morning his health had deteriorated and they had to take him back to the hospital, and he was placed on oxygen, and they confirmed like it was COVID and everything. And I was just like, wow, like this was somebody that we were with literally on the 28th of December, and between the 28th of December and now he's been diagnosed with COVID, he's been placed on oxygen. My mind was just completely blown. Keep praying for him, hoping that he recovers from this, hoping that he beats this and everything. So that was what we were discussing. And I remember I went into the room with my mom and Mia, and then we were trying to come out because I was asking her about something, and then she was like, let me even give people a gist. And then she was coming out of the room. We were both coming out of the room to go back to the living room, and then I heard my auntie's voice, my mom's sister's voice. She was wailing, she was screaming. and rushed out like, what is that? What happened? What happened? You're like, my uncle, oh, my uncle, oh, my uncle, oh, my uncle, oh, Egbato. And I'm just like, no, 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 like, no. My mom broke down. My mom fell on the ground. My auntie was on the ground. They were screaming, they were wailing. Like, this was somebody that we had just learned that he was moved back to the hospital that morning and placed on oxygen. And my mom's elder sister calls her from Asaba and tells them that he passed away an hour ago. And the feeling that hit me was disbelief, because I was just like, no, now, like Uncle Egbat, agile Uncle Egbat, somebody I just saw 2 weeks ago. It's like, how possible is that? It was like, I was just like, no, it's not possible. You know, for me, it was disbelief at first. I was like, no, you can't just die like that. You know? My mom was screaming, wailing. He was the last person. He's the only surviving sibling of their father. He's the one who, you know, who keeps his eye for them on their father's house, and all, like, he's the kind of guy that nobody messes with, you know, so they always felt protected having him around, you understand? And now he's gone just like that, no warning. Just, it was shocking, guys. It was really shocking, and even more painful for me because I had just seen him. So that was like the most painful part of everything, the fact that I just saw him. I saw him for less than 3 minutes, but I didn't know, like, I will never see him again after that day. That was how he passed. The thing hit him and took him quickly, you know. And also it just like boils down to the fact that we are not taking this thing as serious as we're supposed to. Heck, even me, I got tired of wearing face masks. Like, I remember when the numbers were crashing in Nigeria, like when the number of cases were coming down, I stopped wearing face masks. I will go out, I will not even bother, you know. But with this new strain and this new wave, this second wave, I pushed more to like wear my face masks up and down the whole place. Like, even in Asaba, nobody's wearing face mask in that place. Nobody's wearing face masks even in Asaba. And I'm sure if you're in Nigeria, you can testify that wherever you are located, people are not really wearing their face masks, except you go somewhere that they tell you you will not enter here until you wear your face mask. Like, why do we have to literally be forced to do the right thing, even when it is for our own good and for our own health? Wearing a face mask protects you if anybody around you has the virus, and it protects others if you have the virus. So why not just wear your face mask? What is so hard about it? I get it that it's like different from the way we used to live our lives before. Like, our lives have completely changed, this wearing of face mask thing. But I feel like if something is a matter of life and death, just wear your freaking face mask. I hear, you know, we've been hearing about coronavirus. Oh, we see it on Instagram. People are dying every day. People are losing their mothers, their fathers, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, cousins, friends to this virus. I see it on Instagram a lot. I see it on the news. Heck, I see it everywhere. But it has not hit so close until now for me, because somebody I personally know, family, it has taken somebody from my family. So it's like, okay, now this shit is real. Now it is so real. And now I truly understand how the relatives of people who have passed, guys, people have died from this thing. Like, it now dawns on me how many people's lives have been affected by this thing. I'm just imagining how people who have lost their parents, who have lost their siblings or their husbands or wives to this thing, or their children to this thing, how they have been feeling all this time. It's now I understand. Like, it's now I completely understand it. I only go out if I have to go out, and if I must go out, I wear my face mask from my door. I wear my face mask. I only take it off if I have to eat outside. But once I'm outside, I have my face mask on because I cannot even shout. The past 2 days, I just sit and when I'm doing something random, I just remember him. And my eyes just fill up with tears. Like, I can't believe that I'm not going to see this man again. I can't believe that this man just left just like that. It's so difficult to understand, and it's so difficult to comprehend and come to terms with. it's really difficult. Yeah, so the reason I'm doing this video is just to let you guys know how real this thing is and how quickly it takes the people that it wants to take. Okay, it's very, very quickly, very swift. You can be here today and in a week or two, God forbid, it's another news that we're hearing. So guys, let's just be careful. Okay, since we have all agreed in the whole world that we cannot stay at home, then please keep your face masks on. It's very important. So me doing this video is just to show you guys that this thing is so real. If somebody that you guys saw on the vlog about 2-3 weeks ago is no more because of this thing, then you should know how serious this thing is. Personally, I'm happy I got to see him before he passed away. I'm happy I made that video. At least I have a memory of him to always look at when I actually remember him. It's crazy, guys. But anyways, I hope this video helps you understand or helps you come to terms with the reality of this thing, and you don't have to wait until it hits close to home for you to understand how serious it is. Yeah, that's about it, guys. That's all I have for you guys in this video. If you enjoyed watching, I don't want to say if you enjoyed watching, this is not like a video for you to enjoy watching, but do give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you are not yet subscribed already, comment down below as always, and have you lost somebody to this corona? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.